How do I spot if I'm an entrepreneur? I'm doing my 9 to 5 and I have this feeling I'm meant for something more, or I'm meant to run my own business. Yeah, there are certain people who are not supposed to do business. And if you're one of them, this video is going to help you to know if these signs are not there, don't even try it. But then if you feel, okay, I'm having this nudge and I'm having this feeling consistently, you should try to launch something and experiment while you are still maintaining your current job. In this video, I'm going to share 10 things, and then I have some bonus tips to give to you on the steps, actionable plans you can implement today. Number one, you're having constant ideas. Most times when you sit down to write things or to journal or to do things, you keep having these aha moments, you keep solving problems, ideas that will solve complex problems are always coming into your head. Probably you ignore them or you've been writing them down. You are waiting for one special day to start. Well, that is a very good sign that you're an entrepreneur. Remember, being an entrepreneur doesn't mean you need to go and start doing business today. It means you can partner with someone. It means you can start experimenting something from the side. Or it can also mean you can start doing something alongside the current thing you are doing now. We're going to talk about this point more. But if you're having constant ideas, and those ideas are wonderful, you try and share it with people in your company, in your family. Let them evaluate this idea. Is this idea worth venturing into? Give it a thought and then sit down and plan and strategize on this idea. If it keeps making sense, it's something you need to start considering yourself as an entrepreneur. Number two, if you're having this passion to have something on the side, you tell yourself every day, I know I can do this and I can do this other thing alongside, and nothing will go wrong. You just feel that you can manage more than one project. As a brand artist, I recommend build your personal brand while you're still doing your business or you're working your 9 to 5. Because it's not a bad thing to work 9 to 5, actually. It's actually a way to solve problems for other people, to see other people win as your boss or as your colleague in the office. But then at that point, you know that if I'm doing this work, I can write my book. If I'm doing this work, I can start a hobby on the side that's also going to pay me or help me make impact, reach my world in a better way. If you keep thinking in that direction, it's enough sign to prove to you that, guy, you are an entrepreneur. Number three, if you're not scared of taking risk, is enough proof that you are meant for something bigger and better. Now, it could be in your workplace, or it could be starting your own thing. But the moment you keep conceiving these wonderful ideas, you have this ability to manage two things, and then you are also not scared of launching or starting all over again, is enough sign that you are going to do something big. Let me give you an instance. You know Jeff Bezos, in the late 90s when he was working in his former company, so he had this interest in going to start internet business. And he walked up to his boss and said, I want to resign this work and go and do something in my mind. The boss told him, you're already earning well. You're a big guy. You are earning at this your young age. You are doing this and you are doing that. Why not stay on this track and keep improving rather than just trying to jump into something else? But Jeff Bezos, being convinced that, man, this internet thing is going to become bigger than I think, or I'm looking at it now. Let me jump into this and try it out. So he is someone that has the capacity to take risk, and it worked out. Today, we know Amazon, we know AWS, we know a lot of platforms like Prime Videos that we're using today simply because somebody took a step or took action to follow his dream or his drive. Now, your own may not be vividly like his own, but you are just having these ideas and you're feeling, no matter what, I can just jump into this. I can do this. No matter what, I can do it. So if you're having that initial sign, pay attention to it. It's part of entrepreneurship spirit. Number four, strong desire for independence. At this point, somebody's working 9 to 5 and you feel, oh, I want to just do this. If only I can have more time. If only I can have a little flexibility, I would have tried this, I would have tried this, I would have experimented this idea. It's a sign that you have something calling for another level. Probably you've done this for 10 years. You've worked with this company for 5 years, but you keep having this nudge to go and do something else. It's enough reason to experiment. Remember, it's going to come with freedom once you leave your current job, but that freedom is not just freedom to fly everywhere, to travel and to go and club. No. The moment you launch out to do your own thing, you are going to gain freedom, but this freedom is going to come on the wings of hard work, on the wings of delegation, on the wings of exploring more and more faster. That is where the risk taking comes in. If you are taking risk, quicker, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to stand, you're going to fall, you're going to stand. But the good thing is that within the space of few years, if you're in the right business, you're definitely going to stand out. So I'm telling you, if you are having these 4 feelings already, it's enough sign. And you may have 1 or 2, but just pay attention. I have 6 more points to share with you. Number 5, if you are having this deep relationship with people, you keep going out, you just want to network with people, you're not scared of meeting new people, you just believe that there's someone out there who, if you meet, you're going to have a better deal, you're going to do better, you're going to work well, or you're going to strike good deals for your current company or for something else along the road. If you have that desire, it's an entrepreneurship desire. It's not just normal thing. Everybody doesn't have it. Most people just want to stay behind the system, do their work, and sign off and take the paycheck. But if you're having that feeling now, it's a good sign that not just being a salesperson, but you also want to do something bigger, or you are craving for something bigger, or you are meant for something big, which is building a business. Remember, these signs could be there, and you keep experimenting while you are still doing your 9 to 5. I'm not encouraging you to jump off the cliff, but if that be the point where you are now, you've studied all this stuff, you know that, okay, Mr. Nis, I'm ready to jump off. You are free to do that, because I did it. I was working somewhere 2012, though it wasn't a full job, it was just like IT stuff. I jumped off, started my own, and today this is like 11 years now, and I'm still rolling, and we're doing a lot along the road today. Number 7, leadership skills. If you are in business today, or you're working for someone and you just feel like, oh, I have this leadership skill in me, I just want to explore, I want to guide people, I want to show people the way. But these things come natural from your inside. You believe deep down that I can lead people to the right direction. Even though we may make mistake at some point, but I can't just subdue this. It's a good feeling. It's a proof that you are an entrepreneur. There's something huge that's going to come from you. And if you can give yourself time to explore more, you're going to get to lead people, and you're going to lead them to the right direction. Yes, it may not be clear at the beginning point, especially now that you're still doing 9 to 5 and your job is more like your security. Everything you need to pay your bills is in this job. So you'll be scared, but I'm telling you, everyone that launched out, most of the times, they feel this same stuff. They feel, oh, am I sure I'm not making mistake? Am I sure I'm doing the right thing? I'm here to tell you that if you've gone through this video so far and you are still feeling, oh, this is me, Mr. Nis, you're just talking to me, it means you are in the right place. And this video is telling you, you can give it a shot. And remember, try with your personal branding, intellectual property, create content, monetize your content, create coaching programs where people can pay you to learn from you. These are soft things you can do to be able to migrate to the main thing. Don't just jump off. You need to have a level of security, a level of guard before you launch out. Number 8, if you find yourself constantly learning, always improving, always know, oh, I can do better, I can do this more. Let me research about this, let me research about ChatGPT, let me research about AI, let me research about the history of this and that. While your friends or your colleagues are telling you, take it easy now, guy, you're not the only one here. You're not the only person here. Take it easy. Why not focus on this? We already do this. This is working already. But you are so curious. You want to know more. You want to know why this and this happens this and this way. It's a proof that you have something in you and you have to go and give it a shot. Remember, entrepreneurship spirit is something that is instilled in people. You can learn it. You can learn entrepreneurship. But I'm saying, if you've come to this point where your hunger for learning, for exposure is just everywhere, you have to start paying attention to it. It's not just normal. And especially if the job you're doing is not giving you room to explore more, consider navigating more towards your own thing rather than trying to go and apply for another job. Number 9, you have a big vision, or you always think big things, and people around you can understand why you're always thinking that way. They will make joke, and they will tell you, oh, why are you always dreaming big? Are you Joseph? Are you this or that? But each time you're on your own, this big vision keeps coming up. You want to solve this in the world. It may not even be something that will pay you. It may just be something so big, and you can't even explain it well. The thought comes and you try to subdue it, but it's always popping up in your mind. I'm here to tell you that it's an entrepreneurship spirit. Remember, this could be born out of situations like where you're coming from, job experience you've had, people you are seeing every day, or the current problem you are trying to solve, and you feel, oh man, if I'm given this room, if I'm given this chance, I will do this. Once you start communicating like this in your inside, it's a proof that you can do more, and you need to start giving yourself that space to dream. Number 10, persistence. Persistence is that I am facing obstacle on this line, but I just keep going. I just keep going. I don't know why. Things are not working. I've done this experiment, it's not working, but just feel the urge to keep pushing, to keep pushing. It's a good sign that you're making progress and that you have entrepreneurship spirit in you. Remember, these things are there to show you the light. But if you keep learning and keep educating yourself, you get better. Don't forget this in this video, because I'm going to give you the 2 bonus points I have for you. You have to start with your personal branding, so that when you're launching your business, when you want to step up or step out from what you're doing now, it is always easier to cope. People make this mistake a lot of time. They will start with their job, and then once they want to build a business, they will just jump off the cliff and go and start doing something. It's wrong. Start building a network, start building a community, start building content around what you want to explore in the future. Give it 2 years, give it 1 year, give it a couple of months before you launch. Get people's interest, show up and show what you can do globally in the market, so that people will trust you. So this is the bonus. Number 1, make out time, weekly or monthly or quarterly, to take yourself off from the noise, from your work, to spend like 1 day or 30 minutes or 1 whole hour just in a calm place and ask yourself these questions. Number 1, can I push this dream that you're having now? Can I push through? Number 2, if this failed, can I start all over again? Number 3, if this doesn't work the way I'm planning or the way I'm saying it, what else can I do? Can I reapply? Can I take leave and go and experiment what is in my head? So that you don't jump off and start wondering why this thing is not working yet. Because being in business is not easy, especially when you're just a startup. You have to really, really buckle up. If you don't understand what you're going into, it will be a very big risk. You must study diligently. You must be willing to learn and experiment while you are still having your security to an extent. Be willing to explore. The number 3 thing you need to do at this point is you really need to go from being an employee to becoming a partner with somebody who is already doing what you are longing for, or someone who is going to make the work easier for you. You can't just start all over and then start from scratch. Start with partnerships. Start with hiring right people who can do this work, who can make this work very flexible for you. So number 1, make a time to process this. Number 2, ask yourself, if this fails, what else can I do? Then number 3, start with partnership or proper delegation. Hire the right people. If you've not gotten any other thing from this video, remember this. Intellectual property is one thing that you have now. Your experience, your expertise, your skill set, things that are working for you now in your current 9-to-5 job. It's something you can carry along to your own place. Don't ignore them. Start with them. Start experiment with things that won't cost you much, like creating content, writing books, writing articles, getting people's attention towards your direction. I believe you can start with this. And if you can do this, and you've studied these 10 things and they are all in you, or 5 or 6 of them is in you, go and give it a shot. I want you to click like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Remember, Mr. Nis is here to help you build your personal brand. And if you wouldn't mind, check the description below. I have links of things that you will enjoy that will help you build your personal brand and expand what you're doing.